Just go on YouTube and tell me if it's working. Hello? Okay, now... Okay. Hello? Okay. Let me see. I'll listen to myself fucking talk. Hello? That's what I just fucking told you to do, you fucking fucks. Okay, it's working. Can't rely on you fuckers for anything. Okay. There's a syntax inception going on. Yeah, definitely fucked in the face. Hold on a second. Alright, let me close my... Okay, so you guys should be able to hear me now. The question is, hello? Testicles. Wild cigar.
Bouncing testicles.
Okay. Can you hear me on YouTube now? You're fucking with me because I just heard it. I literally just opened it on YouTube and heard myself. So don't fuck with me. I wasn't leaving.
You're working.
I'm working. Okay. Is this the correct microphone? Hello, my balls, they sweat. Okay. So we did the first reading on the live stream and it went to shit. So with the first reading we did was for fire signs, and I'm just going to play the cards back because this is fucking stupid. This was here, this was here, this was here, this was here, this was not there. You know, this bitch, King of Swords is over here, this Moon's over here. That's if I remember correctly. And then we had this chick, this guy, and this is what we were looking at on the last live stream, that the microphone wasn't working. Sorry about that, guys, okay? The microphone took a shit because obviously technology is not my friend. But anyway, this is what we had. I deleted the live replay, but you know, everybody else saw it. I don't want to do it again, guys. The fire reading was this. You had, on your mind is some kind of group of people that cause mental anguish about secrets, okay? In your heart, you wanted to cut down some shit regarding a female empress type chick, all right, who, was acting like the Queen of Swords, which is basically like, a really pissed off cunt in this situation, okay? You're refusing anything from this person, and that's how you're going to get victory over the lies or secrets that was told so you can get your section happy, okay? So that was a fireside reading for the first week of July. I didn't want to have to reread the same reading because that's kind of stupid. Sorry about that, okay? So we started with fire signs. I apologize. You guys can still hear me, right? Everything's good? Is the microphone close enough? Yes? Okay, good. For fuck's sake, mate. For fuck's sake. Sounds good? Okay. I literally just drank my morning coffee, and then they're like, you didn't do the tarot readings. You got to do my reading. I'm like, I forgot. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm trying to do so many things at once. But I got to get on a schedule with the tarot channel. I can, it's just been too crazy. But I will do it for you guys. I will do. All right? I promise. Okay. Who do you want us to read for now, huh? Who are we reading for? Earth signs. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Hey. Okay? We're doing earth signs. I'm watching my bird friends out the window. They're my homies. It's interesting when you go into hermit monk mode, how you communicate with the animals. People think, you're crazy. And then when they see the animals answer me and follow me around, that's like, what the fuck is going on? There's a lot of moving parts and really stubborn people involved with whatever the earth signs are going through right now. Like really stubborn people, and everyone has their own opinion. Everyone's butting fucking heads. Nothing really wants to fit where it's supposed to go. I don't like it. I have a bunch of birds here. But my one friend is this red-breasted robin that comes by every morning to say hello to me. And then I have a bumblebee, a single bumblebee that will sit and fly around me on my chair. And then when I go upstairs, this fucking bumblebee will fly around the house and hang out in front of my window. And then he stands there and watches me. And then when I go look at him, he leaves and comes back and watches me. I wouldn't mind an Asian bird, if you know what I mean. I love Chinese food. Message redacted. The hell? I'm going to sweat to death. I need 1 second, guys. I need to get a fan. This ain't going to work. All right, this should be fine. I hope it's not too noisy, but that should be enough for me. Okay. I also want to take the light off. Tell me if you guys can see the cards with the lights off, because I prefer natural light. Is this okay, or should I put the light back on? I'm still learning here. Is this all right, you think? Anybody in the chat? Anybody? Hola. Okay, thank you. I prefer the natural light. I don't like these. I would do the card readings by candlelight and torches if I could, but it doesn't come out very good in camera. So like I was saying, I can feel it. There's a lot of moving parts, and offers are being refused stubbornly. Can you see the cards? Can you see this without me putting it up to the camera? I don't think you can see this. I'm going to put the light back on. So, anyway, that you should be able to see better, huh? Yeah, so I figured. See? How about now? So, as I'm shuffling the deck, what I'm getting is, several groups of people, and everyone's fucking stubborn as shit, and everybody has their own opinion, and everybody wants to do things their fucking way, but no one's getting anywhere. Because everyone's just too fucking stubborn and in their own shit. And everyone's worried about money. Money, and fucking, what will we do about the money? Blah, 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 the fucking money. Just money and stubbornness. And, a lot of it has to, on top of normal people's greed, it's more after the lockdown, people were brain damaged. So whoever this earth signs I'm reading for here, fucking stubborn people. Really stubborn people. Nobody wants to budge. And every time I see the cut, oh my God, look at this. They don't even want to. They do not want to go together. All right, one more. Okay. Jesus. Wheel of Fortune. So, on your mind is basically time is passing as you're waiting for some kind of financial return on your effort, and it's causing you like a lot of burden. Emotionally, all you really care about is like the material harvest, like getting your gains. And in the past, you were going around fighting for some kind of truth that's creating burden, that's causing like a major tower moment in the future or in your immediate future, which is not a bad thing. It's just that, things have to get broken in order for you to fix whatever the fuck this shit show is. Holy shit. Okay, well, I mean, you could be dealing with an Aries, so in the past, whatever you're dealing with, it's dealing with finance, there's been some kind of like, for some reason I see this as like documentation and legal situation that's causing a lot of it's causing a lot of problems. Whoever the earth sign I'm reading for is here. And there could be some secrets, but in this case, I'm seeing this as a judge. I know it's not normal, but I'm seeing this kind of like the justice card right now, and I don't normally see it like that. But normally the justice card, you have the scales in this hand. In this case, when you see the orb and the staff, like signifying rulership, so it could be instead of like it could be a magistrate. That's what they call them, dealing with the magistrate, because it's not like normal common law stuff. This is some kind of like weird. I don't know how to describe this energy. It's very strange. It could be that there could be some kind of, not like a real court system, but like some kind of auxiliary court system where it's like I keep hearing magistrate. That's what I keep hearing over and over again. I don't know what the fuck what it is, but somebody's lying. There's a future lie about something that happened in the past, and this dude sees it. He's looking towards the past, and he's ruling over it with an iron fist kind of thing, and someone's about to get fucked up. That's what it feels like. Oh, sorry, from the bottom of the deck. Ooh. Okay. I don't ever pull reversals, so that's interesting. All right. Let's put that in there so you guys can see it. So it seems like whatever this ruler person, counselor, whatever the fuck you call this person, is going to force them to take the offer. Okay, this is in the reverse. So whoever this person is that's ruling or making decisions, it could be a family member that acts like they're the fucking court person, But whoever that is going to force this person that's supposed to be giving an offer that's like pushing it back and causing fucking burdens and towers with bullshit and lies. They're going to be forced to fucking give up whatever the hell it is they have to give up. If it's dealing with like a marriage situation, the last person there could have been infidelity that could be exposed. Lover's card, it could be lovers, but it also can be a choice, like a choice that you deal with emotions, which is any time a female makes a fucking choice, by the way. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for the earth signs basically here is. Are you following me, guys? I have to repeat myself. I hate repeating myself. I don't even care what happens. I just want to see what happens here. But let's just do the whole fucking spread here. Okay, so if it's someone you're dealing with that was either a family member or a love interest, that shit is so fucking dead. And that's because that person was splitting around between 2 to more people and lying about it and doing kind of fucked up shit. So I definitely feel like with the earth signs that we're reading for, if it's not like a love, it's a family situation dealing with tangible assets being split apart by some form of legal authority. So again, like how I read, this is like past gradient, this is future gradient, but these are also clarifiers and cross clarifying, because the way this works out is pretty fucking funny. So if we're going to consider this, like, let's just say this is the person I'm reading for, this is the opposition party, right? This person is sitting there really cutthroat with their tongue, right? Waiting for their future, like this is the world. It's like more like, I see this as more like you're waiting. This is called more like time passing, but this is like more like the same thing, but actually tangibly what's going to happen, tangible, and like you're going to get it in this particular instance in my head. And then with the 2 of swords, it's like you're sitting there like, like in this case, because of the way that it's lining out with, we have 2 swords of 4 swords, right? And you have 6, which is basically that. Go look at the numerology thing. I don't have to explain this. So what's happening to the person I'm reading for is basically you're sitting there locking yourself into a position without making a choice, waiting for the choice to happen to you. So and when I see the King of Swords on this Chariot guy, it's like somebody who's moving forward to like, get the truth, but with a fighting attitude, right? And then the World card, you can think about it many different ways, right? But in this particular case, we're just going to say that it's almost the same as the Wheel of Fortune and Karma right now. But it's more like you're just sitting in this wreath waiting, which these 2 little light dagger shits. But then again, right after that, you get this 2 fucking swords blindfolded, and you're sitting there behind the secrets just waiting for something to happen. And you're sitting there waiting for something to fucking happen. And just waiting and waiting and waiting. And just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. You're not doing anything. But it could be because you're waiting for this Emperor person to, deal with whatever's occluded or secretive. And I mean, secret doesn't have to be someone's keeping secret. It could be something that's occluded that you can't see. So you're sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for someone to make a choice. So that makes more sense. Okay, I was going to say, my fucking wake up is like upside down because I never take reversal like that. So remember, this came in reverse. Whoever this, authority figure is looking over the situation is going to have some kind of like emotional, compassionate decision because looking at the actions, the strength on this side, and the person that was refusing on this side to create the offer is going to be forced. It's going to be forced to give up their shit. Is what I'm seeing. What is? So the advice in this case is, in order for you, again, to deal with this ex-lover or family member holding your money, trying to give you your material shit, you got to actually have to get up out of your ass, take off your dirty fucking clothes, get it on your chariot, and start moving and doing shit. You have to actually take an action. Any action is better than no action. Whoever this is not doing shit. They're just sitting on their fucking ass, eating bonbons or something. So Earth signs, like, yeah, it's one thing to wait for whoever this authority thing to do is, but you got to do something in the meantime to do something with yourself while you're waiting. Because you're just sitting there with your fucking dick in your hand and your fucking finger up your ass and your twat and you're doing nothing. I don't know why you're doing nothing, because you could be doing something. You know, like go fucking start an exercise routine or something. Do something, because otherwise you're going to sit there and get depressed, and then that energy will actually block your manifestations because you're doing fucking dickwad. That's your reading. Stop being a fucking lazy bitch. Complaining, because that's what it feels like. There's so many moving parts of people being stubborn. You're just fucking complaining about it. Sorry, I completely lost the chat. I went into the fucking goon space. Okay, so we have earth and water left to do. So, who do we want to read first? All right. What do you want? Earth or water? I mean, air or water, sorry. Water. Well, the water signs are refusing everybody's fucking bullshit, is what it feels like. The first card I pulled is fucking more comfortable. Yeah, fuck you, I don't want it. We're gonna do a quick water reading because I know most of you guys are earth and air, right? And I'm water and fire, so. Yeah, I did fire and earth already. And now we're doing water. I asked the cards, dude. I don't decide these things. So for the first week of July, the water signs, like anything that was restricted or blocked is going to be start to move forward and be more released. And there'll be a lot more flow in between situations. You know, people that were stubborn and getting in your way will be removed. Just in general, energy that like or stagnancy that's within in your way will be removed. That's what it feels like. Like all the burdens have been pushed to the bottom of the deck. Look at that. Okay. Okay, so on your mind is taking, leaps of faith into new areas of life. There is a love interest, Queen of Wands. I mean, could be a female fire sign, could be a male fire sign who's just a little bitchy. All right. However, like this fool looks towards the past at a Queen of Wands, which causes you in the future to be very cutting in general. So it could be that, you just all of your actions moving to the future are going through the lens of the past, which is making you very analytical and cutting to people. So in the heart of the matter right now is a lot of in this case, I'm feeling you have a lot of like love, interest, and decisions, but because you're constantly looking at whatever happened with this Queen of Wands bitch, it caused you to be in some kind of like analysis paralysis almost and going into hermit mode. And to me, hermit mode is like the Virgo energy it's when the hermit is like basically it was a 5 of cups, right? The 5 of cups is the hermit looking at the emotions of the past, where the hermit is looking for the truth in the past. So in this case, he's looking, again, the fool's looking at this issue with this Queen of Wands that caused this fucking, Knight of Swords, which is disgusting energy. And then, in the future, he's looking through that. So to get to his emotional offers, like kind of like 7 of Cups, right? But in this case, he's looking through that at this, so all your leaps of faith into like new shit are being looked at through the lens of a past heartbreak or deception or being fucked over. Now, remember, any of you guys who have water in your chart, this could be relating to you. You don't have to have like, sun, moon, rising, Venus, fucking north node, Saturn, fucking asshole, whatever it is. Okay? So what's coming into form is a love offer or some kind of emotional offer of reconciliation of some kind. Oh yeah, definitely. Like some kind of like offers of high level commitment coming in. But again, you're constantly in the future are going to be very skeptical looking through that lens. And how I cut this in any direction is the same story. So it's pretty clear. What you do not see coming at the bottom of the dick is money. I like that because I need some of that shit. Could be somebody with Leo or Capricorn, but I'm seeing this as offers. And now let's just say it's not romantic for you. It could be financial and institutional. And the thing is that you're dealing with it with an emotional lens. So as you're looking through all this, you're still trying to take light on how you emotionally view a deception at work. And because Hierophant at the same time, is there's lots of ways of looking at that. But in this case, again, I can look at it as like an authority figure that's dealing with emotion, right? Whereas, the Aries and the Justice card are authorities that are dealing with logic and reason and like, physical authority. The Hierophant is more like an emotional authority or spiritual authority. So again, same shit, okay? So the past was heavy burdens involving deception, causing you a lot of fucking strife. I see that in this triad here. Oh, perfect example of what I was talking about. So when I was saying 5 of Cups and the Hermit, see the Hermit is shining light in the past. He's looking at the past, right? Because when you go into Hermit mode, you're going to reflect in the past to get knowledge to bring to the future. When you don't and you're dealing with the 5 of Cups, you're dealing with the Hermit mode who's analyzing emotion in the past to bring to the energy in the future, okay? So it's literally what I was just talking about. Then there's your Cancer card. So looking at the emotions of the past like a good little hermit, you're going to take that energy and bring it to the future. If we go again and check out the clarification, right? King of Swords, Hermit, and then we look at this triad again, same thing. So, and this will bring some kind of like, it's like you're working towards something diligently. This is what I'm doing. And there will be victory and success. Yay! There's money offers coming towards the victory. So the Hermit is looking, for the truth, and it could be money, it could be people. You take out fucking how it resonates. But you look at this triad again and look at this, it's all the same shit. All the same shit! Let me just get this Tower. Okay, so there could have been many different options for the opposing factor. Could be work. They had different options, caused a lot of fucking Tower moments. That was illuminated. The Devil, Princess of Swords, Two of Pentacles, and the World card. So in this row, we have the truth going through the Hierophant, which is like a spiritual truth. So trying to analyze money and finance or tangible physical assets through a spiritual, emotional lens, right? Here we have the Hierophant and the Devil. Here we have choice and the Sun. So basically, strength, choice, Sun. But in the end of the day, the victory comes through balancing the equations of truth that are almost like emotional, spiritual truths that you're dealing with, how to relate to deception to bring that energy forward into the future as you take into fate purposes. So the first week of July looks good for you. You're still it's not like you're dealing, carrying emotional trauma and burden. It's more like you're analytical about it, and the issues you're bringing that into the future. And if you hold on to, if you don't do it with the hermit mind, and you get yourself to get stuck in the King of Swords issue, you're gonna be stuck in this analysis paralysis. So that's the reading for the water people. And what are we doing last? Air, right? Logic and common sense is not common anymore. Whoever the air sign is, you can't get your shit together. Oh man, what a mess. You're a fucking mess. Oh my god. Whatever this air sign is, you're dropping the ball. You're dropping the ball. And it's because you a scatterbrain. Really? Of course, the air signs. That's what it's got over. What the fuck are you talking about? Check your I'm feeling stomach, maybe liver. Something, maybe you should do a fast, whatever the air signs are. I'm feeling upper intestine or liver, and you need to fast. Something you're eating is not good for you. And that's random, but it's like your stubbornness comes from it's not even your mind is so all over the place. What the air sign is, what's going on right now? Maybe it's the planets that it makes you appear stubborn and set in your way, but it's just because you're not paying attention to anybody else but your own thought, because there's so much of it, you can't shut the fuck up. So try basic meditation, this very simple meditation. It doesn't be anything crazy. You have to do it for hours, 5 minutes, and just listen to yourself breathe. Learn any basic meditation that will help you feel better. I can teach you guys the basic stuff, but I think it's more important that you actually go search for yourself, because that will give you something to focus on. There's no goal. whoever the air signs are, you're like in this ambiguous fucking limbo state where you have no outcome goal. There's nothing going on. You're just kind of like, well, and you're dropping the fucking ball everywhere. It's like these things are falling over the place. I'm surprised if you fucking like literally dropping stuff all the time. Like you'll be carrying too much stuff and then something like lopsided falls out of your fucking hands. Really? Okay, one more. So the air signs are dealing with a lot of burden. Like I was just saying, look at this. This is the cut. I can't make this shit up. Literally, you're charging forward to burdens, but they're mental. You gotta work with me here, guys. Come on. I can't even, like, you're literally dropping stuff. Like legitimately dropping stuff. Okay? Like it could just be like you could be forgetting to pay bills on time because like your mind is like racing. So you're just really dropping things and trying to fit things at the last minute and nothing. It's like a puzzle, and you just instead of trying to fit the puzzle neatly, you just scatter all the pieces on the table and you're like, let's just throw this one over here and then smush it in. It'll work. Okay, next. Oh, shiny key, swirl. That's the energy I'm getting. Swirl. This is why. I never really like this. Why do you? This is fine. That's what you want to do. This is how I see your mind. There's no order. So whoever this air sign is, there's no. Wait a second. Are we reading for Rachel? Oh my God. How do you deal with this? I don't even know how you deal with your own brain. Okay, I think this is Rachel's reading, which is basically a fucking mess. I'm sure the collective air sign has something to do with this, but I think this is Rachel's reading. Okay, so this is it's like there's nothing going on, but there's so much going on. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Like there's literally nothing happening, but there's all these things happening, but there's nothing happening. Like what the fuck am I looking at? Like everything it's in your head stuff. I mean, there's like daily life shit, but there's nothing. It doesn't make any sense. So an air sign in their mind is holding the Queen of Cups, right? So it's emotions in the mind. So an air sign who should be more logical is dealing with emotions. Okay, it's like almost like childhood memories. The high priestess here. This is high. Oh my god, what is going on? I can't even read this right. It's like there's so much emotional analyzing of the past, but it's not linear. It's like it's not linear. One moment you want to fucking punch a fucking wall, the next moment you want to cry, the next moment you're like, you're fucking happy as shit. And there's no linear thought because it's all driven by emotions. And an air sign should not be thinking like that. And in their heart is all this secret emotional shit. So they're like bottling stuff as secret from their friends' parties in the future to try to make them look like they're tough and they can handle everything. But on this side, you have this idea of a loss of a childhood parental figure through a death and passing. That's why you have the temperance angel, you have death, you have ruin, the high priestess. So I mean, when I connect this chunk of shit, there was somebody, this is a death of a parental type energy, and it leaves you sitting there holding the bag, like looking at the fucking stuff, and you're dealing with all this heartbreak and stuff. And it also had to affect some kind of like physical, tangible asset. And then somehow something else comes along and kind of like makes up for that thing. This is a fucking weird shit show because this is like 4 different energies in one thing. But the idea of the scattering of how the mind is like mapping this shit is making this person fucking insane. But appearance-wise, they're holding it straight. It's almost like they don't know how to, now in the future, dealing with like how to balance your finances, and it's causing mind issues, but you're still like working at it, but there's no direction because everything is so scattered because there's no grounding in the present. Like even the present line, mind, the mind, the heart, the body, and the ground level here, right? And God, this is such a fucking mess. Okay, so I explained how I do my spreads before. It's a combination of all the different types of spreads, but you have the minds, the heart, and the body. The thought, the feeling, and the action, and they all have the same thing, like the upper down 10, the middle down 10, the lower down 10. So now how you look at it is that we have the tree of life, and there's all this other stuff going on, but it's like you're slanted towards the future and communicating stuff in the future about your emotions was causing you heartache or stress, but you're slanted looking backwards, and there's some kind of like cutting energy. This is really fucking bizarre. And it's like it almost feels like someone's insane, but they're not insane. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just that they need to just sit the fuck down and stop letting their mind go like this. There's the only way I can explain this energy. It's like the fucking mind is doing this all the time. And the outside, like, ha. But there's nothing wrong. It's just there's too much. And it's like, it literally feels like, okay, I'm going to look at this thing and they're like, oh, jiggly keys. Oh, look, squirrel. Oh, look, shiny. Oh, look, like, oh, let me get a beer. Okay. Oh, look, dildo on my head. Like, literally just random. Like, this is so random. Oh, my God. Rachel, this is you. You need to sit the fuck down and chill the fuck out, dude. Because there's literally nothing going on. There's literally nothing going on. Like, you do your house stuff and you're working really hard for one fucking pentacle and you're just kind of sitting there waiting, but you're happy with the one pentacle, which is okay. But you're spinning your wheels because it's like you're burning so much energy. It's like you have the gas is on and the brake is on at the same time in the car, and the car's just standing still going, that's what it feels like. The problem is that you don't let shit out. Okay? So you have like this child energy coupled with secrets by the friend group. You need to start talking to people and stop hiding your shit. Because your shit's not that bad. It's just that you don't even organize your thoughts. So if you don't start speaking out and actually speaking shit out, that's the only way you're going to organize your thoughts. Like meditation is not even enough. You need to actually speak shit so that you have to keep your thoughts in a linear form to explain to somebody else so that you can explain your own shit to yourself. That's what it feels like. Because you don't talk about your own fucking problems because I guess you have your kids and whatever fucking other retarded random fucking family you got going on. And some people just are too stupid to give a shit. Some people are just too crazy to give a shit. And other people, I don't want to burden them. And then it's like, well, I'm a fucking tough guy. I can do my shit. I can chop my own wood and whatever the fuck it is you're doing. But you need to speak. You know what I mean? And you need to speak succinctly. Like in order. And like, I think just by stop being a fucking little baby and not hiding whatever it is you're feeling. Because it's something you're feeling ain't a big of a deal. It's a big deal to you. But to everybody else, no one gives a fuck. Like nobody gives a shit. Except you. Like the shit that you think is a big deal and you don't want to burden people with, no one gives a fuck. It's not that big a deal. And you actually get a lot more help than you think you would if you learn how to speak properly. But the problem is you've waited for so long, years even, to talk about basic shit that you forgot how to do it. So then when you finally do it, you go, blah, and you fucking vomit shit all over the fucking place. And then people think you're fucking crazy. Because you're literally bottling stuff up and like, oh, I'll deal with this later. Here, put this over here. I'll put this over here. Oh, I can do this thing. I can do that thing. Squirrel, jiggly keys. Squirrel. Oh, dildo on my head. Like, and then by the time you actually get to talk to somebody in your family, whatever, you fucking vomit so many different ideas in so many different fucking directions that you look like you're fucking insane. And there's nothing wrong with you. You're just an asshole. So I think the solution for you is to actually, speak your truth, okay? Don't try to fucking, and here's another thing. It's not our job to fix people. That's God's job and their own job, okay? Now, we can be guides, we can be shoulders to lean on, we can point the finger at the moon, but they have to look at the fucking moon, okay? You cannot make somebody look at the moon. You cannot make somebody go up the path just so that you don't feel alone, so that you can go up the path. But the problem is that you're so fucking in your fucking head. What am I gonna, look at this fucking spread. Who the fuck, I can't even read this shit. How am I supposed to read for you if you can't read for you? Look at this. This is a fucking disaster. And it's all in your mind. And none of this is that big of a deal. Whoever this death is already gone. It's actually really old. You know what I mean? It's like, it's staying there solid, but everything around it, the high priest, everything's leaning away from it. Like, everything's leaning away from it. But your little girl looking at it is keeping it solid in place. And then on this side, everything you're doing is leaning backwards towards your emotional bullshit in your fucking head, going towards the path of whatever the fuck this fuckery is. Oh, I'm so sorry for myself. My karma's so bad. I'll carry the burdens by myself. You see, look, I'm happy. I have all my emotional cups. Then literally all you have to do is just sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up, and talk to people and actually explain yourself in order. That is your reading. Okay? Literally, stop holding shit back because your problems aren't that big of a fucking deal. If you don't start talking to people and speaking succinctly and tell your stories in one story at a time, this is my story about when I was 4 years old and I fucking lost my puppy. Okay, and you tell your story from beginning to end, and you shut the fuck up. And then you analyze it and you finish. And then you go, okay, this is my story about how I need to fucking get money to pay for my fucking water. And just learn how to fucking say things succinctly and keep that in your head because it's just too much chaos for no fucking reason. For no reason, because there's nothing wrong. In fact, you are more stable than most of the people around you. On the ground, and this is the weirdest fucking thing. On the ground level, your stability is set. Like it's not moving. It's like you actually have enough to pass around, but it doesn't make sense. So this is all in the head. That's it. You're done. So that was both fucking earth signs and for Rachel, because that shit's so crazy. It has to affect everybody. God. Jesus. Oh, what did I miss? What the fuck am I reading? Okay, was that accurate for you guys? I don't even remember when I do these readings. I don't really remember what I say during them, so I fucking don't know what the fuck just went down here. That was a fucking mess. What is the overall energy for everybody for fucking for Trick of July here? Oh, some people are getting laid. That's what the fucking energy is for everybody. All right, that's it. We are done here. We did all the elements, and we got Rachel in there somehow, crying little tears. that was rough. You got me. You fucked me up. Holy shit. Boxes, don't really kidding my jammy shorts. Check out these sexy legs, huh? Woohoo! So, are we in Discord? What's going on here? Are you guys still in Discord? Hola? I don't hear anybody.
Yeah.
How,
Just jumped in.
how was that?
Well, the jump over in a sec. Good reading. I guess you heard.
It feels like a soup kitchen that went on fire.
No worries. Wow. Yeah, you know,
And no, Rachel, love this card just means that like there are decisions that are being made. Also, it doesn't have to be someone getting laid, but I thought that would be funny on radio analysis at the end of the reading. So, where is this? Where is this biatch?
I'm just trying to get my fucking work. I'm trying to get my internet to fucking work properly right now. There we go. Your camera's really good. Yeah, that was actually good. That was good. It was spot on.
It was spot on, you said?
Yeah, that was a good reading.
Good, because it fucking wiped me the fuck out. Jeez.
No, well, see, I know you didn't want to do my reading. It was going to fuck you up.
God.
In my mind to go to sleep. Didn't I send you a picture of me in jail? Like 2 years ago, and I didn't even send the picture the right way up or some shit, and you were like, fucking hell, and you straightened the picture up and sent it back to me, and then how do I straighten this up? Do you remember that?
Vaguely.
How do I straighten this up? And like, I couldn't even send a picture, like a picture of myself in jail. You know, I was trying to show him, like, look, this is what I was. And locked up in jail at 19. And the picture came out like fucking sideways or upside down or something. And he fucking turned it around. He said, how the fuck do I straighten this shit up? You can't even send me a picture.
Oh, man.
That's the right way to it. Yeah. Thank you, Daddy.
You're welcome. All right, well, it made sense.
I don't Yeah, that was 100%.
And girl is growing. And
Another 100% accuracy.
Oh my god, 100% accuracy. Wait, I gotta put that in the chat because like it's been so long since I heard that phrase.
You hacked me. You hacked my brain. And you got it 100%. I didn't think you could do it. I was actually trying to block you out. No. He won't read me. He's just going through the signs. He won't even. He can't tap into me. And yeah, you did a good job. Thank you.
Well, that actually makes it worse because when you resist like that, you're creating more energy for me to see. So the resistance creates energy.
What makes it worse when her mind's so messed up?
How the fuck do I get into that head? I can't get into that head. Hang on a minute. No, hang on. Sorry, Daddy.
Great. Make my job even harder. It don't make dollars, but at least it makes sense.
That's it.
Yeah.
So what is your video?
Huh? I'm on fucking YouTube. You just seen me 4 fucking times. I'm here, I'm there, I'm there. I'm fucking everywhere right now. I'm on the fucking YouTube, I'm on the Discord. Come on, people.
Don't let the cancer do it on his own. He needs some help. Look, I would be a drum technician, but I don't think I can get a plane ticket over without a COVID vaccine.
What do you think is a better time?
And all you'd have to do is like fuck chicks, eat food, play music, and I'll do the rest.
Is the stream still going?
Yes.
Okay, it says my connection was unstable. So, what do you guys think? Like, of what time should I be doing the readings? You like the morning readings better? Like for me, it's morning. So for you, it's night. I'm trying to get a schedule, and it's just my life is in fucking chaos. So maybe I'll do mornings. This way, they'll be.
Your time schedule, and we can work around that.
Look,
She got a lot going.
what time are you getting back at night?
Oh,
Because, like, seriously, it's easier for us to get involved in the daytime rather than us make you have to work in, like, fucking early mornings and shit. You know what I mean? So if there was a 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, or...
for your night or my night?
Would you prefer the morning or the
Wait,
evening?
my night or your night?
Yours.
Oh,
You.
What works for you?
I
Prefer to do it at night,
I
or would you
think
prefer
I-
to do it morning?
I get the
Whatever
same.
works for you.
I feel like now because remember, like when I do professional private readings, that there's random people call, and generally it's at night. So most of my stuff I do is night, but I feel like the early morning and the late night, they're the same for me energy-wise. The middle of the day, it's just too busy. Like it's too much. When the sun's completely up, it's just way too much for me. You know?
Yeah,
So if it's like before noon or like after sunset, like I feel like I get like I'm because I'm still in that half phase, like awake and asleep thing.
Yeah.
So that really works for me. So it doesn't really
Yeah,
matter.
no, I'm really impressed you remote viewed from me. I really thought I wasn't able to be remote viewed. You remote viewed me like a job.
Well, I'm glad I got it.
All the cards were messed up and wouldn't even come out straight. They were all over the fucking good. Like, you read Savannah like 100% accuracy. And you just literally read me 100% accurately. Would you agree, Savannah?
Yep, totally.
Oh, all right. Fine. So I guess I'm gonna be the fucking Walter Mercado, fucking Madam Cleo now.
What I get from your reading, instead of having a bong when you have a coffee and go for a jog. Have some fucking spinach and tomatoes for breakfast. Then go and do like 3 fucking jogs. Then have your fucking bong. Don't worry about everybody else unless they turn
And it's not.
That's basically what you told me.
Yeah, and it's basically not our job to fix people. You know, it's our job to point people in a direction. But I can't lift the weight for you. I can't. If I'm training you, and you pay me to be a trainer, I can't lift the weight for you. I can't get on the treadmill and run for you. You know, I can't hit the heavy bag for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to do that. So when you're trying to help people, your help is a hindrance if you take the energy away from them. They have to do it themselves. And this is the thing for everybody.
It sucks my energy from me too and shit,
Yeah. It's basically like, don't fall victim to marrying potential. And I say marry, not like a love interest marriage, but being married to potentials.
No, I get it. I got that 100%.
Yeah.
As soon as you said that, I didn't go into, I was talking like in the message, don't go in and marry into somebody that won't even deal with their own problems as such.
Right, because a lot of the times people
won't even deal with their own shit.
Because
And then when things go wrong, they'll then attack you and go, well, that was your fault because you give me that price and you did this.
because wait a second. Because the mistake people make when you're trying to help someone, and this is how people get full victim to narcissists and psychopaths, is that you get sold the potential, or you see a potential line. Like when I do readings for people, I explain, like, you know, I can see different paths a person can take from the point of origin, right? But generally, there's 3 major paths, which is part of the reason why my rows look the way they do. And, you know, people will sell you on potential, so you want to, I see where you can be, I see where you can be. But just because they have potential doesn't mean they're gonna
Oh, yeah, but they're literally just talking shit.
But it's like that, though. Sometimes you actually can see the potential. Where they go? They broke? So don't fall victim to people's potentialities. Go to their action. If someone's fighting for their potential and you see it in action, then you can give them some energy to help them. Okay? Did they hear that? Because I wanted Sabina to hear that. Where the fuck did she go?
She actually probably couldn't stand that, and just literally, she does that quite often when things get intense. Savannah just takes off.
Well, tell her I said that, because that was literally meant for her. Okay?
Well, I'll actually tell her. I'll tell her right now, come back, because you just literally missed something that was meant.
She saw it on YouTube.
That's actually the problem.
Well, wait. She's on YouTube. She can rewind it, okay? So the idea, again, is like, don't fall victim to people's potential. Fall victim to their, whatever, it's fine. Don't worry about Sabina. So the point is, you got to remember, when you help people, only help the people who are taking action. If you say you need money for food, right? And I'm going to give you some of my energetic money. You don't give to somebody who, when you give them money for food, you see that they walk to the liquor store. You know, this is metaphoric, okay, not literal. I'm saying, like, if you're trying to help your family and you give them energy or money, then they say they could do something, go the other fucking way. Stop helping them.
Yeah,
that's why we're on YouTube, because it's overlapping.
Oh, yeah, you can't listen to both.
what are you talking about?
You have to mute one or the other. You can't listen to both. That's why.
That's right.
You can watch on YouTube and mute the Discord, or watch on YouTube and mute the YouTube, but you can't have them both going because they'll make an echo.
Exactly, and that's where I went to YouTube because it was overlapping.
Oh, so just mute Discord. You can just mute the Discord if you want to stay. You can mute the sound in Discord, or you can mute the sound on YouTube. Either way.
Oh, okay.
So like, go on YouTube and take the YouTube slider down so you can watch the video and hear me here. Either way, it still works. But yeah, that's the major lesson in general for the collective this last 2 months is getting sold on people's potentiality, but not paying attention to the actualities. Right? Like, you know, we get sucked in to people's, like, you know, what you see as their potential, what they tell you is their potential, or where you think they can go, where they think they're going to go together, but then you don't pay attention to the actions on the ground. So spirituality without works is morally decrepit, right? You could be the most spiritual person in the world, but if you don't put that spirituality into practices, I never knew you.
Yeah.
Go back into the Bible and see where Jesus said, I never knew you. Okay? People got this real misconception about, like, you know, the J-Man and think he's this pacifist pussy. It was not like that. He refused to help a lot of people. He beat the shit out of a lot of people. He was drinking wine and fucking hookers. Okay? So, you know, he was a badass dude. Pay attention. And he was like, I never knew you. He's basically saying, go fuck yourself. Because spirituality without works is fucking useless.
He also took on a legion of demons, threw it into a fucking pig and off the cliff.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Don't challenge me or I'll throw you off a fucking cliff.
Well, actually, they begged to go into the slime and went off the cliff.
Yeah, because they were scared of the fucker. It's like, I'd rather fucking do that than face you because your lie is so. Yeah, I'd rather fucking go into a pig and jump off a cliff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So that's. Oh, man. So that's basically that. So, any questions, comments, or accusations? Now's the time. Woo! That made me have to take a poop.
Very good.
All right,
I
guys.
enjoyed.
Well, I'm glad you had a food before you even did the show.
And that's it. I got a kitty.
So, in that case, in your human tongue, I say I love you. Okay? But I'm grateful for your presence. Practice your gratitude. I'll see you guys next time. And, yeah. Peace out.
You're a